As we continue to live in a world with coronavirus, nearly every state is taking steps to return to normal. Businesses that suffered major losses during shelter in place are able to reopen again, and when they do, it won't be business as usual. But what does that actually mean? And most importantly, will it be safe? This is how restaurants and stores will reopen during the pandemic. I'm Riley Wynn with Digital Trends, and this is What Comes Next, where we highlight the potential of technology to get us back to business and back to life. Do you remember what it was like to go to your favorite restaurant with friends and family? Even with states opening businesses back up, we still won't be able to eat the way we're used to, but technology is giving us some creative alternatives. Who doesn't like sushi? It's both a meal and a handcrafted art form. But that handcrafted part could make some customers nervous. That's where robots come in. Maki makes sushi making robots that not only speed up preparation, but also reduce the human interaction. The robots can make rice sheets, rice balls, and cut sushi rolls. Sushi chefs have a special craft robotics can't entirely replace yet. But until things are back to completely normal, your next California roll may be made and served up by a robot. Robots aren't just making sushi for us now. They're making coffee too. A handful of cafes, like this one in South Korea, are using robotic baristas and servers to aid in social distancing. Joe lovers can first place their order through a kiosk, and then a robotic arm behind the counter starts making your coffee. The arm then hands off the drink to an autonomous serving robot that uses self-driving tech to deliver the order to you and your friends at your table. The system can make up to 60 different types of coffee and can complete an order of 6 drinks in about 7 minutes. No human interaction needed at all, so say goodbye to misspelt names on your coffee cup. Research shows germs can live on some surfaces for a few days, so your waiter may not be handing out any physical menus for the foreseeable future. Some restaurants are boosting up their websites and updating their online menus so that you can pull up the menu on your phone. This way you can still enjoy a meal at your favorite restaurant while minimizing your risk. In anticipation of reopenings, Chipotle has released a bunch of new features on its app that replicate the assembly line experience you're used to seeing in the restaurant. You can customize your meal to the finest detail as if you were talking to one of the employees. More pinto beans? Swipe right. Less chicken? Swipe right. Want guac? Swipe right. And yes, it's still extra. Restaurants are also entertaining the idea of automats, a restaurant of the future idea straight out of the 1950s. These are locker type systems where diners can pick up meals without interacting with anyone. In the modern automat, you order your food beforehand, and once it's ready, you either get a text or go into the restaurant and scan your smartphone to unlock the locker with your food. It's like the Amazon locker of restaurants. If you choose to eat in the restaurant, the locker would light up in different colors throughout your order. Red once you've placed it, yellow once it's 2 minutes away from being ready, and green once it's done. Temperature scanning is already being used in large places like airports, but it can also help keep people safe while dining out. Companies are exploring adding temperature scanning to employee time clocks. This way, when the employee comes into work, before they punch in, it can tell if the employee is safe to work. If not, the system can send an alert to the manager to make the appropriate adjustments. Restaurants are also repurposing metal detectors to check the temperatures of guests. At Brooklyn Chop House, customers walk through the scanner to see if their temperature is above 99.6 degrees Fahrenheit. If it is, the customer will be motioned by an employee to another scanner that measures temperatures at the wrist. If it is still above 99.6 after a second scan, the customer will be asked to leave. Temperature scanning is becoming a norm for not only restaurants, but other industries like retail as well. Walmart and Amazon facilities across the country have started to scan their employees' temperatures when arriving to work. And other businesses are adopting the tech inside these temperature kiosks. They use thermal imaging to scan temperatures, and an agent at a remote desktop oversees all of this information to adhere to the FDA guidelines, making sure employees and shoppers are safe. If and when we get to a point where we don't need temperature checks, these kiosks can still be used to monitor staff changes, assist employees with their HR needs, distribute work equipment, and interview potential employees. Retailers aren't stopping at temperature checks. They're using tech in a variety of ways to help keep shoppers safe. Supermarket giant Kroger recently announced that it would be using technology called Q-Vision to limit in-store traffic. This eliminates having an employee hand count and play gatekeeper for how many people can come into a store. Q-Vision uses infrared sensors and predictive analytics to monitor the flow of customers in and out. Others are using spatial technology to practice safe social distancing. Retail services company Indime is working on a device called Smart Dome. It looks like a normal dome security camera, but can track shoppers in real time and alert customers when they're getting too close to one another. In the retail space, eyewear company Warby Parker has implemented virtual try-ons. Within their app, while browsing for frames, you can virtually try them on using AR. You can swipe right or left to try on different pairs of frames. You can change the colors and look at the camera from many different angles to make sure you like the look and fit of them. Post-lockdown, cash may no longer be king. Dollar bills are a well-known petri dish for germs. Many stores across the nation are no longer accepting cash payments for the time being. And even your credit or debit card can carry germs as well. Companies in the past have been resistant to implementing forms of contactless payments because it's expensive to put into place. But many stores are now encouraging and amping up their use of contactless payment to help customers feel at ease when shopping. Apple Pay, Samsung Pay, and many other forms of tap and pay and mobile wallets could become the new norm of shopping. Things are going to look a little different until we're back to life as we once knew it. Technology can help us feel a little bit better about shopping and going out to our favorite restaurants. In the meantime, be safe and support your local businesses. On our next episode, we'll take a look at how gyms and salons will use tech to keep you safe. This is what comes next. Until next time, I'm Riley Wynn with Digital Trends, and thanks for watching.